What's up, guys? It's your boy Jamaica here, coming at you with another deck tech. This is my version of Mono Black Devotion. I actually had a lot of history with Mono Black Devotion Standard when it was with Thoughtseize, Packrat. That deck was awesome. That was actually like at the last time I actually enjoyed Standard. So this is kind of a throwback for me. Obviously, you don't have the cards like that. We didn't have an Underworld Connection, crazy, which was a big staple in that deck. But I guess I've taken this direction more of a weird, like, control-y mid-range build with, like, World Dreams. So, the lands, 23 lands, swamps, some witches' cottages. I'm not sure if this exact card is even good. I'm gonna try it, but I'm sure it's good if, like, your Grey Merchant dies and just get it back in Dome again. Um, every black deck that doesn't play Dark Ritual, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on this, or maybe they're wrong, but I feel like you always want Dark Ritual. Maybe? I don't know. Unless you like really don't value speed. I think just having like getting on the board first. Like I won plenty of games when Dark Ritual Nighthawk and the Reanimator list. So it's just good. It's good. I don't know. I just see like these people cutting Dark Ritual. I'm like this. It's good. It's so good. Please tell me why it's not good. I don't know. But this is all the utility spells. Make Deck Duress, Ultimate Price, Epic Downfall, just trying to make something removal. And also Drag to the Underworld. A sweet murder, just better murder when you have like big black devotion spells. Um Gatekeeper, another removal spell, really heavy on removal spells. I'm really just trying to like make the most out of Great Merchant, so I'm trying to like get these double blacks, triple blacks in the play here. Tyrant Chosen from Death, just a big wall. It's a big wall early on, can kind of grind away some life totals late after you've killed everything, of course. Um, Vampire Nighthawk, like I said, another just kind of like mid-rangey threat. Also on turn one with Dark Ritual, obviously. Underworld Dreams, also the other card that has devotion, or not devotion really, but fuels devotion from Theros Beyond Death. Pretty sweet card. If you play on turn one, your opponent's already taking damage. A lot of people play sort of like chant removal on the side of like O-Ring or something like that. Maybe some people play like main deck Return of Nature, but this card's pretty great. Like I said, adds 3 devotion, so imagine if you went like Dark Ritual, Underworld Dreams, and played a Tyrant. All of a sudden you have like a 2, like, what's it, like a 2/5? Pretty nuts. 2/5 return 2. That's actually really strong. And the other card, Foreboding Fruit, I think this is the combo, really. Unreal Connections, Foreboding Fruit. Foreboding Fruit is basically a bad Silent Blood. It also gets you food. So, and it says, because it says target player loses 2, so Unreal Connections pretty much makes domes you for 4. So it's just another like doming effect with the Grey Merchant. So you've got a lot of like different play with cards. So that's just kind of my like whole reason for playing Underworld Dreams, just Foreboding Fruit. And then we already talked about Grey Merchant. Pretty great. Like Resolute Rider is the other kind of 4-drop. I've seen a lot of lists play like Deathless Knight, but they play other combinations of cards like Call the Bloodline, Deathless Knight. It's kind of a fun combo, but I just like Resolute Rider. I think it's just like strong on its own. Just a great like late game mana sink where either be indestructible or lifelink, obviously, but pretty great. You know, it adds 4 devotion. That's what you really care about. There's other cards I was considering, things like Ashlamore Gouger or Restless Apparition. Those are like all okay cards. I think this card's pretty good though. On its own, it's just a pretty strong card. Sideboard, just a lot of just like either like creature hate or like hand hate or some graveyard hate. I think it's like about the basis. I think black does it all the best, except for like artifact removal, but everything else we're good at. So Bile Blight, pretty good against like mono red or mono green. Epic Downfall, just an extra one. I have one in the main side. Frigga's Libation. If you're playing a black deck, you should probably play this card. I don't know what kind of enchantments are like really bad. There's no like karmas or light of days in this format, but there are things like, I mean, maybe it's really bad against the Cavalcade deck, but you could bring it in Cavalcade. You could bring it against like Astral Slide, although like if you want to slide your Grey Merchant, go right ahead. Really funny, but it's just like a really like flexible card for the most part. So I'm glad that black finally has some sort of like enchantment hate. Coward, Fear, Cried Canary, kind of like the sweepers. I like having this at instant speed against the Cavalcade decks. A lot of the decks are just very hasty, and like if you don't have like a Bile Blight, or Bile Blight doesn't like, you know, they have such random threats. They have a bunch of 1/1s, and Coward and Fear is pretty good. Also, Crysis is really great too against like the cat decks. Soul Galatians, Grappling Claws. I'm just gonna mix them up. I have like the one timer at main deck, but I want to mix up my. I just want to test out which one may be better. Claws is good if you just kind of like hang out with it. Soul Guide Lantern is just like a big one-time nuke. Also, just kind of cycles when you want it to. But they're all pretty similar. I'm not sure which one is better. I guess it would be Claws. I just want to play with Soul Guide Lantern. Distress, some extra hand destruction, along with Haunted Knight's Reach. You want permanents in the deck. Permanents are good with the adding devotion for the Grey Merchants and the Drags, so having just Haunted's pretty great. And Thought Distortion, there's a lot more control decks are popping up, so it's kind of just like boom, just nukes the hand. It's a nuke. It's definitely a hand nuker. So we're gonna play in a tournament today. I'm actually not streaming. I'm pretty tired, as you can tell from this really low energy deck, but yeah, let's see how good this Grey Merchant is. I've been putting up some results, so and I'm gonna have some fun, just kind of like doming people with Grey Merchant or voting for. Stay tuned. All right, round one with the Pain Drivel Mono Black Devotion deck. They won the die roll. It's kind of a slowish hand. I'm not sure what my opponent's playing. The deck is kind of slow in general, so I'm just gonna keep this. Play, that's all helps. Dragon Underworld is pretty bad when you don't have anything on the board. About 24 permanents. Okay. Okay, so I got choices here. Probably figure out that I'm sort of devotion deck. Could be. I don't know. It could also be a devotion deck. I guess like Reanimator is also on the table here. Mono Black Aggro is the main deck. It's good for Boding Fruit. Interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe they're also some sort of devotion style. Hey, they're playing Dark Ritual. I don't see somebody's list don't even play that as much. Alright. We're learning. Hang out. I don't know if I don't like actually trade this, but I mean this is a lot of damage. I take the drag. I feel like they'll take the drag or the Grey Merchant. The Grey Merchant actually brings you back in the game a bit. I start just like putting permanents on the field. I have a couple options. I could just like drag this, or I can just play the Resolute Lighter. But it kind of does open me up for a removal spell. So I think I might just drag this. Just wait. It's an instant. Wait. They know I have the drag too, so. The other thing is like if they have a way of gaining life, they don't have a way to. They didn't have a way of casting at the time. I think this is just a better line. Next turn I can go like Resolute Lighter and then Duress. If I draw a swamp. They're probably just like stack with removal spells. Rider. This guy does get beaten by like a lot of things right now. Their own drag. Maybe like a Gatekeeper if they play Gatekeeper. Okay. So I guess this is like the devotion deck that plays the oven combo too. Okay. Cheeky little life gaining. I might take this. I'm actually gonna take this. Although a Grey Merchant would really suck here. But it's gonna suck regardless. So I'm just gonna take it and probably just get domed. Here. They have a Grey Merchant, I'm pretty much dead. Oh. This thing blocks pretty well though. 2/6. This does gain life. This has a lot of text. Even though it has so much text. Okay. This has so much text. Why do these cards have so much text? They just swamp. So even a Sphinx of the Guildpact. That's an interesting card. This match. Look at this big wall. Just big old wall. Love the block here. They just draw. Okay, that was a weird attack. I have a 2/6. I don't know if they didn't realize that was a 2. I'm gonna gain 4 more life here. I could also just exile this. Oh, I'll just play a Nighthawk. Just given that they have the Sphinx of the Guildpact in their hand, Nighthawk's pretty good at just like blanking it. Okay, that's a 3. It's too bad I didn't just exile this thing. They drew it off the top for sure. But then they just drew that. Alright, here comes the power of the Resolute Rider. That pretty indestructible, literally. Indestructible lifelink is pretty strong in this part. Back with this Nighthawk here. Really can't be blocked. Play another Resolute Rider. Timer ends at 2:12. Let's get through that. Thing. Oh, they got my own Grey Merchant. They have a little reanimation theme as well. I think I'm just kind of getting in with all the my riders here. They get to be indestructible. I'm at 8 though. I remember that. It's kind of the implication here, right? I could leave the Nighthawk back. They block the Grey Merchants pretty well. I'm gonna. These guys are literally indestructible. So it's a solid 8. I could have attacked the Nighthawk too, because then it would be like a 2-turn clock that doesn't block. Okay, so it's not blocking, so I'm just gonna gain a bunch of life. I love these options on this card. This is actually the first time I played this deck. Literally, I'm not kidding. It's like the first actual time I'm playing this deck. No, I'm not gonna do that. You might want to reanimate something. I don't know. Maybe want to exile some cards. Okay, you have a big guy. Great. It is a pretty decent blocker, but my guys are indestructible. If it exiles some. Let's duress. Another Grave should be kind of annoying. Okay, ooh. Awkward. So I guess they have a weird reanimation theme to them. I guess they start picking off their creatures. The Resolute Riders. They're gonna have to keep blocking these. Destructible. Gain life. It's really simple. I mean, I could probably attack with the Nighthawk as well. Oh, yeah. Black, okay. But like I said, literally, this is the first time I ever played this deck. The deck's all concept. Alright. I mean, the shell's been around. Like there is a shell here, but this is okay. So this has got a lot. They got a lot of stuff going on. I don't like the rest. I don't actually like the rest at all. It's mostly a creature-based matchup. I kind of like the claws. I guess Soul Guide Lantern could be okay. I don't want too many of this effect though. I have the timer on too, so maybe just like 2 of these. This seems okay. Downfall could be pretty good. I think it's like Deathless Knights and whatnot. Ultimate Price, a little iffy with Deathless Knight, but and the Sphinx of the Guild pack, but it kills pretty much everything else, so I think I'm okay with it. The Gatekeeper. What am I cut? Maybe just got a couple of fruits. Maybe like a one each fruit under World Dreams. World Dreams is pretty good though. Well, it's like a mid-range matchup, so maybe I don't need this card. I might need it. I actually might need it against the Sphinx. I have no other way of killing other than this card, so Wildlight could be okay too. Wildlight does kill Deathless Knight. The options. I have a lot of options actually. I have drags. I think it'll be fine. Okay, I like this. Although I kind of want to play 4 fruit. I like this hand. I can keep this. Again, another slowish hand, but this deck is pretty slow in the very mid-range style. I got like basically 2 removal spells for the board. Oven I cannot deal with, so the gameplay there is just to kind of exile the cats when I can. Okay, I could deal with that. I could just deal with the enchantment. Libations. Any I mean, the Gatekeeper's a little worse with this thing out. Unless I play like a 3-drop here. Stress me. My hand's very distress proof. I guess the best card here is Drag. There's a bunch of Grey Merchants. He can also just reanimate my Grey Merchant. That's some. Did it? They gave me a chance to like they did it in my second main phase, and I'm just gonna do this. Kind of messed up here. Now they should have waited till my end step, but instead they waited until my second main phase. Okay, so they just got me got me to use one, I guess. You got me, I guess. Interesting. That was a weird play. I don't know. I guess they did. I guess I got it. That was the onboard trick, but now they have like no more. I mean, I guess I get to get it back with the food token. I mean, serves them right. I'm just building devotion, right? I'm just building devotion. I've got a gatekeepers in my deck. There's another way of killing the sphinxes. So I actually have a lot of ways to deal with sphinxes. Man, this deck's really roll rounded. So they can gain. They should just gain life here to bring back the Death's Knights and draw a bunch of cards. But I have Epic Downfall in my hand, so at least I can get rid of one of them if they decide to play it. I hope they play it. Okay, they're just really conceding just to grind this out. Excuse me. Alright. They've drawn pretty well. Libation time! Sacrifice an enchantment! Although they still have the engine of getting the Deathless Knights back. But they can't like make tokens anymore. Man, I wish I had Cower and Fear in my deck now. Or like Bile Blight. Bile Blight would be amazing here. Maybe we should run Bile Blights. If we go to a game 3, it's definitely a possibility. Now they kind of forced to play them, I guess. Wow, what a draw! Mismatches, mismatch art. What is this? Silly. What is silly game we're playing right now? It's actually a really silly game. Play this Grey Merchant. I really have nothing better to do. They gain 6 life. God, if I just had Bile Blight in my deck, this would be really easy. Okay, well... Until I draw like a Scrabbling Claws or a Tyrant, this is gonna go on for a while. But I mean, I have a bunch of blockers for these like life-linking dummies, so... When will they actually play one? I think they're pretty content in doing this for a while. Do this to myself. Make a food. Okay, Nighthawk's pretty good. It's actually gonna actually be able to like put some stuff in the attack. I actually have a little bit of offense with the Nighthawk. These guys fly. These do make my gatekeepers really bad. That's one thing I have to remember, that my gatekeepers are terrible right now. Without like a Bile Blight. The most dinking and dunking I've ever seen. The dinking and dunking is real. I'm actually just gonna play the Gatekeeper. I'm gonna make him sack creature, obviously. I don't want to put Devotion on the board. Or my future Grey Merchants. Maybe they didn't like actually mean to do it in their second main phase. They're just doing it at the second main phase. All right. I just let them have this one. Rules kind of like they're different spells. Epic Downfall doesn't deal with the board. Drag. Yeah, Epic Downfall is way better against the Knight here. They're gonna play their Knight. Why would they use a Dark Ritual on this? I know there are other cards at Knight. It's just like pretty silly. Really. Ooh, here we go. Actually, a really good card here because now it forces them to do this. Now that like they lose their stuff, it's gonna be hard. Alright, I might get rid of my own Grey Merchant. Well, no, maybe I shouldn't, because if I draw the cottage, if I draw the Witch's Cottage and I can get it back, I guess I get, like, I get one of the random cards. But if they reanimate their own, it's gonna be really annoying. Alright, I have the choice of killing this knight. I think I will. I think it's actually worth it. It only comes the other night, which is like not a big deal. I can deal the other night at some point. Like if I draw another lantern or a claws and I can't get it back. This matchup is so messed up right now. They have essentially 9 points of life on the battlefield. Well, third like 12. This is really silly. If I ever actually just had Bile Blight in my deck, so funny. Just doing this now while I have mana open. Okay. They have an unknown in their hands. I don't know what's in their hands. They learned. If I get to draw a bunch of like Underworld Dreams, this will kind of speed up the clock a bit. Timer would be really good against all this nonsense. Wow, they can do it twice? It's so funny they haven't really drawn that much. Except a bunch of lifelinking tokens. They will overrun me eventually, but just through sheer numbers, they will overrun me. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. This is what I was looking for. Yes, I would love to put that on top. Then they have to actually react to this. They actually have to like respond to this. Cause it's a lot. It's gonna be 12. It's a big swing. They should start attacking. If I was in their shoes, I would just start attacking with all my 1/1s. Because this guy's gonna dome. Alright, again, very annoying. I mean, if he brings the Deathless Knight in, I'm totally killing it. They don't know. I don't think they know I have the Epic Downfall here. Ow. They know I'm drawing this Grey Merchant, right? This is the funny part about playing the Monomax Devotion deck. You can have all this like stuff on the battlefield, and then towards the end, you just start drawing a bunch of Grey Merchants, killing your opponent. 40. So another Grey Merchant will absolutely kill my opponent, unless they just start attacking. They should absolutely be attacking. Like, if you think you can kind of beat this, wow, they have not drawn very well. If you think, I mean, they kind of have and they kind of have it. But if you think you beat this, you have to start attacking with all your tokens. You can only just suicide them. Like, the Shadow Nighthawk's kind of like being negated here. So you're not like really dead unless I draw another Grey Merchant, I guess. But if I do, it's gonna be really bad. Alright. They decided to get it in with just one. Okay. Okay, that doesn't stop the Grey Merchant off the top plan, which would easily kill them at this point. I have to keep attacking just to keep up appearances. Really. I thought about Great Gatekeeper myself to draw another Witch's Cottage, but it's not like I'm really sleepy. This is a very boring. This has actually been a really boring experience. Like, they haven't drawn anything particularly well. Like, they've drawn multiple swamps, like extra copies of stuff they already have in the battlefield. Interesting. Right over here. Okay. I have not also drawn. I mean, I drew the Witch's Cottage and they want to draw another Grey Merchant because they're not really playing around it. Like, clearly, I'm gonna have a Grey Merchant at some point. It's gonna happen. I just have to draw it. Now I wish I had the Foreboding Fruits in my deck. Well, they drew another Deathless Knight. I kind of don't like. I mean, it's pretty good if your opponent doesn't have like Graveyard Hate. Like, the value is definitely there. Should be yielding this. I can't. I draw the Tyrant. Excuse me. They should really be playing around Grey Merchant. Like, amazing. Trying a lot of removal spells, just the wrong ones. Look at that. My devotion is 14 right now. I have a devotion tracker. I have to just do math. But devotion tracker being the dragged down the world, but buried alive. Okay, they just buried alive all the cards they don't want to play, or just a bunch of Deathless Knights. Like the last, there's one more Deathless Knight in their deck. I think I exiled one of them. There's one in their hand. I guess to just put like the Pathrazor and another big spell. Okay. They put a Grey Merchant. Oh, okay. Maybe they have their own. Their devotion is really bad. They only have 3 devotion. 5 with the Grey Merchant, but Okay. Cool, I get an epic downfall of this. Did it. 2 to go. Oh wait. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's a sorcery. I forgot about that. Uh, I just I did tunnel vision. That's what happens when you just tunnel vision. You can just draw a Grey Merchant, get this game over with. Are there tutors in black? There have to be tutors. Sometimes I just want to play tutors. Who remembers my Colossus deck where I just played 4 Diabolic Tutor and I knew that was exactly correct. Like 4 was like the best. Okay, there is no tutors. There actually are no Diabolic Tutors in this format. There are transmute cards, but like the closest thing you have to a tutor is Buried Alive, which is being used quite well here. If you Machinations, only black transmute card, but it's only for 3 drops. They're just playing all this stuff out. Not so much mana. They're at 4. They have 21 ones on the battlefield. So, I guess one reason why Battle Blight could be bad is if they have an oven, then they can just sack the thing I'm targeting. Which is why Cower and Fear is pretty good, too. Alright, now their devotion is pretty high. You gotta remember though, the Grey Merchant is the trigger, so if they try to reanimate it, they do take 5 for it. That's a lot. Hmm. Might just die here. Now I might die because my inability to draw my own Grey Merchant when I had at least 8 turns to draw one. I think no less than 8. I'm exaggerating, but I'm probably right. Well, I'm also probably right. Okay, thank you. I should have done this like years ago. I know why I blocked the cat. I don't think it really mattered. Okay. Alright, I think I got it. Cower in Fear and some Bile Blights, maybe. I think Cower in Fear. Cryotarium could not, it's probably good too. I feel like Bile Blight though. I want all the fruits back in. Maybe Dreams isn't really that good. It does add, like I said, it adds devotion, but maybe we're not like playing that game. Drag seems really bad No. Now that I think about it, drag doesn't seem that good. Ultimate Price seems probably just better. This probably just does everything I want. Except it doesn't kill Deathless Knights. But it does kill Path Razors, so maybe Ultimate Price is the worst card. Downfall to that seems good as I thought it'd be. Actually, I cut the downfalls. I really want all the fruits. I want to be drawing more cards if I can. Cower. I think that's fine. I don't think I want Cry, because Cry is pretty good, but I guess if they have the oven, it's not as good. I think I'm fine on exile effects. Yeah, we'll try it. And you always want to see Beat Grey Merchant. Just a bunch of lands. If I just curve out, I just probably kill him. We're really low on time as well. That was a really dragged out game, so I couldn't really F6 or any of that because I drew the thing. Well, I didn't have. I could have just F6 or all that, but I'm still up on time. So there's some sort of like hybrid devotion, cat, reanimation deck. They're just doing all the things. That's okay. Alright, Gatekeeper gets a use. Okay, Claws is actually a really good draw here. But I might just play the Resolute Rider. We'll see what they discard. I might discard on their turn, discard my turn. 5, okay. Okay, so I'm definitely playing the Claws then. Although, Buried Alive isn't like... they have a... Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to Claws them up. Save these. Actually, I'm not gonna do that. I might want to target myself in case they have their own reanimate. The reanimate against my graveyard. I'm not worried about the recursion effect yet. Um, we'll get to that. We'll get that way to empty their graveyard. So eventually, they'll all kind of become moot. Call the Bloodline. Keep doing this. Actually, not gonna attack. I don't want to trade my guy here. Or do I? Do I really care? They trade 2 cards for my 1 card? That's pretty decent. Yeah, let's see where they're at. I just want to see where they're at here. Play Resolute Rider. Leave 1 mana up so in case they have a reanimate, they try to reanimate the Sphinx of the Guild Pact or whatever. Now I would very much like the Soul Guide. Now the Lantern I think is good together. They're actually pretty decent. Little bummer. Ooh. Alright. Now if they try to trade 2 cards, I have this Cower and Fear. Okay. I can just chill. I can chill with this card now. I'm pretty chill with them just taking much damage. I'm also up on time. They're in step, I don't remember. Um, yes. Let them have it. Just kind of see what they do with the cards. I want to eat the rest of their. I want to eat the rest of their graveyard if I can first. That's kind of my goal. They're playing. Oh man, I might just want the timeout here, which I don't want to do, but I think this match has been like relatively interesting. They're definitely like beating me before their time is up. I'm gonna gatekeeper them. Fine with it. One second. Okay, one second. Yeah, I guess now I have to do this. What do they target? Okay. They got rid of the thing they wanted to reanimate. That was interesting. Weird. Weird. Maybe they're just like stuck. They're weird on time. They feel weird on time here. Attack. Okay with this. Okay. I think now's the time for this. I guess now is the time. Talk. Not bad. Wait. Oh, I'm just gonna Grey Merchant then. Gotta close the gap here. They take 8 with this. Or 4. Or 5, rather. Pressure's on them to kind of do something. This is this is why it's kind of hard to like not have a super focused deck because now you're just doing all these like random things. There's a lot of random things going on, and not of all of them are like kind of syncing up. This is a weird attack. This is an incredibly weird attack. No, I don't know why this attack is happening. I don't understand why they attacked like that. I'm not really sure. I guess they're just like setting up for another Gray Merchant. Okay. This Counter Fear is going to be great. It's somehow going to be really great. A great attack. I block with the I just block with the Gray Merchant here. Should have never. Well, I mean, I don't mind them playing the Gray Merchant or the Deathless Knight because they wanted to build the devotion. Power and Fear is going to be absolutely amazing at some point. When they make a really silly attack. Okay, they're just going to lose on time. But no, I kind of had. Okay, I had them. I had it.